Hey guys, sorry I can't be there today, but I'm sure you're going to do just fine today without me. So we're starting a new chapter because we just took a test. This is properties of numbers. So, something to know is that when you change the order of values that you are adding or multiplying, but it does not change the answer, this is the commutative property. Here's an example. 6 plus 4 equals 4 plus 6. Another example is A plus B equals B plus A. Now I can use this for either adding or multiplying. So a multiplying example, 9 times 5 equals 5 times 9. Or AB equals BA. Now we call it the commutative because commute means to move. And notice how the 6 went from the front to the back. And the 4 went from the back to the front. So commute means to move. The commutative property means we can just move the numbers. Now another important one is our grouping property. And this says changing the grouping of the values you add or multiply does not change the answer. This is called the associative property. And the way I remember this is the people you associate are the people in your group. So let's look at some examples. Now, all you're really doing is just changing where the parentheses are. The parentheses went from being around 2 to 7 to being around 7 and 3. That also looks like this if you want to use letters. But it's for adding and multiplying. So here's a multiplying example. And here's an example with letters. So what's nice about this video, guys, is if I'm going too fast for you, you can slow it down or you can replay part of it. So that's commutative, that's associative. We've got two more that we want to look at. So the sum of any number and 0 is the original number, and the product of any number and 1 is the original number. We call this the identity property. So here's an example. 12 plus 0 equals 12. Or A plus 0 equals A. But it's adding and multiplying. So we also have 10 times 1 is 10. And A times 1 is A. So if you're using a 0, that's the additive property or additive identity. If you're multiplying by 1, that's the product identity or multiplication identity. So let's look at some examples and let's see which property it is. So if the numbers move, that's commutative. If the parentheses move, associative. If we multiply by 1 or add 0, identity. So what happens here? Do the numbers move? Yes. So this is commutative. Okay, so let's go through our checklist on this second one. Do the numbers move? No. Do the parentheses move? No. Are we adding 0? No. Are we multiplying by 1? We are. So this is the multiplication identity. Now, I'm not super particular with how you name these. Some people tell you this is the the last one we just did is commutative of multiplication. But if you just write commutative, I'm okay with that. All right. So what happens here? Let's go through our checklist. Do the numbers move? Yes. So this is commutative of addition. And the last one. Do the numbers move? No. Do the parentheses move? Yes. So this is the associative property of multiplication. Okay. So your homework is to do the rest of these. You don't have to do this one. Or these ones. I've made a PDF you can use so that you don't have to use this one specifically. We'll go over it tomorrow in class, so come with questions. Have a good rest of your day, guys, and get that homework done.